Good morning, traders. John from Crypto Candlestick Trading. Just doing an update on Bitcoin and the crypto markets. And I'll just do the end of day data today so we can just kind of get a better feel for where the market's at, what we should be potentially expecting. Here we can see that we've, down 9 EMAs, but it's just made our first higher low. We've got an engulfing of support here. Third reversal that we've had off this support line. I wouldn't really call it a perfect reversal, or I wouldn't even really call it a strong reversal at this stage here, but we do have three reversals at that support line. So the support's holding pretty well. We'll just have to wait and see what happens, which way we're going to break, because this red line here is the weekly 200 moving average, which it seems like we've had resistance at, and now we could be coming up to attempt resistance again. So we'll just have to wait and see. So with Bitcoin, there's not really much going on. We can see here that it's gone up and attempted, and it's closing now again. Well, let's just open that up. Is it above the? No, it'll be above the 9 and the 20 at this stage here, but wide and loose trading. So, very indecisive trading. Between this low and this high here, it's going to be indecisive. So, what can we really expect in a situation like this? And I'll just show you one thing that kind of makes me think, oh, that's around about where we are, what we could be experiencing. And when it comes down to here and finds a low, we just do this kind of sideways sort of trading until bang, something happens, and then we, it's just here. There's no, massive reversals until this day here, and I ended up getting in the day after at the open. First green on the next day. This kind of reminds me of the same thing. We've come down, we've hit a low, hit support, and we're just kind of bouncing around, and we're waiting for a clear direction from Bitcoin as to which way it's going to go. So even here, it's, come back down, found support, taken off. Come down, found support, and taken off. The same kind of thing over and over again. Just wait to see. We just need to be clear on, clear on the direction that Bitcoin's chosen when it does. And so I can see some of these other cryptos here have, gone off quite well. And, I want to be buying all these. I really do. I'd love to be involved in these. And, in some ways, I'd rather have my account out there working. But at the end of the day, let's just go straight back to Bitcoin. If 9 out of 10 trades follow Bitcoin, and we're stuck in between a support and resistance area, how far do we expect it to go? Because it's come down and hit here 3 times, and it's hit, break through the first time and hit the top twice. So, it's becoming pretty regular, which means it probably, will break out pretty soon. I usually find that with the cryptocurrencies, around about every 6 weeks, there's a rally of some sort. So going back to this one here, we can see that, yes, it's broken out, and, there's good enthusiasm, and I do like it. We can't complain with this at all. It does look good. But it's not Bitcoin. It'd be great to be getting on this and hoping for a run up to here. But what happens if Bitcoin turns around and goes the other way? This has a 9 out of 10 chance of following it. So I've been in this situation before, a number of times where I've just started unloading my account when Bitcoin wasn't ready. And then Bitcoin turned and went the other way, and so did my account. So, for me now, I'm just patient. I just wait for Bitcoin to do its thing, because guaranteed, when Bitcoin does its thing and breaks out, there will be some of these in the top 20, top 40 that haven't broken out yet. And they're the ones you want to get after we've got confirmation from Bitcoin. And here we go. This is Avalanche. So this is the one where I was marking it off before. We're still below the 50. Nothing's happened yet. Nothing's changed. Below the 50, below the 50, below the 50. Let's have a closer look. It looks good. But, and here we've got an inverted hammer, engulfing, closing above 2 moving averages. I like it. But the first thing, if you were to be buying this, what's the first thing you'd think of? Hang on, the 50 moving average is pretty close. There's not much room to make profit between here and there. That would be my first thought anyway. And usually when when it's trading under the 50, it takes a bit of effort for it to break through that 50. So let's just wait to see what big money does. And here we've got support, resistance line. Are we going to come back up and hit the resistance line and then fail? That's a possibility too. But anyway, good sort of reversal. We do have a low, a high, a high, low, and we haven't made a higher high yet. So we're just kind of in the middle, in between this low here and this high here at the moment. So anyway, it looks all right, but it's not excellent. We haven't broken anything major yet. Here, yeah, it's broken above. You know, we've got increasing volume here. I do like that. We've got increasing volume on the selling side. I don't like that. What we need is decreasing volume on the selling side. Here we go. So this is just open now. We have a fraction above average volume. So, you know, even with this here, we can see that this is not completely decisive. If this was decisive, we'd have volume like this with a big fat candle like that. That will be decisive, and then, you know, I'd be interested. But then the next question is, before I'm interested, go back to where Bitcoin is. Where's the index of this whole market? You know, which way is that moving? Because chances are 9 out of 10, this is going to follow it. I'll just do a few more. Here we are. We've come down. We've got a rocket booster off the 20, closing above. Yeah, but, you know, declining buying volume on the upside. So this isn't looking really strong as a breakout either. You know, it almost appears to me like that investors have got a little bit impatient and just jumped the gun, and, you know, before the race has started. So here, this one's looking pretty good. You know, I like the volume. I like the breakout. Yeah, it's good. High, you know, low, high, higher, low, higher, high. Higher low. Now we've got a higher high, massive volume. It's looking pretty good. Could we get a run to the 200? Yep, we could. $2 away. But anyway, I'm just not interested in buying anything at this stage because of, you know, what I was saying before about Bitcoin. Here, no, there's no. It's just, we'll get rid of that line. Oh. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high. Only just, but it is. Is it? No, it's not. It's even. So here, you know, like it's sideways. Between that high and that low, it's sideways. So we'll just have to wait and see. Here, and look at these reversals. Like, I like to see a reversal and a closing above the 9. And then I'm interested, you know, from there. Here, engulfing, closing above. I like that. Yeah, it's good. But, you know, I like these buying positions when Bitcoin has broken out. If I see these sort of, you know, like after Bitcoin's doing the right thing, I'm all over it. I mean, without a doubt. The biggest thing holding me back now is where Bitcoin's at. And it's in between support and resistance. So while it's in between there, you know, that's why we've got indecisive trading on all these other markets. You know, like there's a few that have tried to take off, but, you know, this one here, it's hovering, you know, below the 50. Soon it'll probably be, you know, have a look at this. It hovered on the 50, and then broke down below. And then came up for a test, and then there was your answer given right there. And then it's come back down. Like if we draw a line from here going from left to right, we've got support, and then over here was resistance. So when it broke through support, it came back down and found resistance at that line again, and then failed dismally. So if this was to go up to here, break through here, and Bitcoin did the same, I'd be hoping for a pullback to the 50 or something, and some sort of reversal on the shorter term time frame to give it to get us that run from 40 to $80, 100% move. But, you know, while it's under the 50, I'm not doing it. While Bitcoin's where it's at, I'm not doing it. So, you know, you just need to, you know where our rules are, and just, you know, that's just the way it is. If we go back and have a look in history and have a look when it did break above on, you know, increasing volume with, you know, everything in our favor, then, you know, like often they work well. And, you know, that's where I'd rather be. And here, it's not that position yet. We're position traders. We wait for our position to arrive, and then we're in on it. This one here, you know, like I do like these lows, hey, $40, $40 Litecoin. And look at this one here. So this one the other day went from what, $24 all the way up to $40 something dollars. Yeah, $40. So bang bang. You know, I'm hoping for these, you know, in the lows. If I get a few of those in the lows, I'll get picked up with some of my orders, and away we go. Not much happening here. Just, you know, sideways. Had an attempt above the 50 and failed. Here we are in these lows here. You know, I do like these low prices. But, you know, there's nothing to say buy. Nothing's telling me to start buying yet. You know, this one here, I do like it. You know, this is good. Lows, highs, high lows, high highs. Higher lows again, broken through, and this uptrending line went down, got rejected on the low side, and now we're closed above it. You know, this here's, you know, showing some very good signs. But it comes down to, again, where's Bitcoin at? So there's $6 to $9, 50% on your money in that 2 weeks or whatever it is. Right, traders, I'll probably better pull the pin here shortly. Look at that, support, inverted hammer engulfing off that inverted hammer. Look at that. 95% chance of reversal because of this one here. And then we're getting engulfing, closing above the 9. this setup here is, it's beautiful. I like it. If we see this here after Bitcoin's broken out, if we see this on one of the lagging top 40 cryptos that, and we think, oh man, the whole market's going off and I'm not in on anything yet, and then we see this without this candle here, then we could be opening a position as soon as this turned red, from red to green, we could be buying on something like that. Here, so it's still under the major moving averages. We've got support, resistance, and we're at resistance again. That's with Monero, $134. Bitcoin Cash, look at that, down, tight trading, $100. Still nothing to say buy. Here it is, under the major moving averages, nothing to buy. And same again, under the major moving averages, nothing to buy. Nice tight trading. So this tight trading, sooner or later we're going to get a breakout. We might get a breakout at the high side or the low side. And you can see here that traders are very keen to get this one moving. It's tried above and failed, tried above and failed. And, I'm kind of hoping that we get a pop to the south side. And look at that one. Yep, nice and tight trading. So here we've got the same again, but this squeeze pattern here, there's a lot of traders that are going to be ready and waiting for this to happen. And we can see here that there's been quite a few other cryptos that have just, really wanted to get this thing going. But there's no follow through. And the reason why there's no follow through is because the big money isn't decided yet. If big money were decided, Bitcoin would have chosen its, its direction, and then we'd be trading in that direction. But as we can see here, there's still indecisive trading, so we still need to wait. And same again here. So I could just keep on going through these. So these are pretty much my watch list for now that I've been working on. I went through the top 40 and picked, probably the majority of the ones that I like. But all this is indecisive sideways trading. And make sure that when we do get a break above the 50, that it's good quality. This one here, this is about 45, but I do like this one, EGLD. And, let's come down to here. It's going up. So support, resistance, and about the 50 resistance now. So it'll be interesting to see what we do here at this stage here. Will it fail at the 50? Will it come up and reach previous resistance twice and then fail at the 50? I'd love to see this price down here, the $9, get filled, because if that price down there gets filled, I'll have loaded up on some of these EGLD. And remember, we are still under. We're under the major moving averages. Support, resistance, we're under resistance. We're under the 50 resistance. The only good thing that we've got here is we've got an engulfing. We've got a low, a high low. We've got an engulfing that's closed above the 9. And now we've had a bit of a push up to the 50 and the previous resistance. So nothing here to say, yep, let's all jump in and buy. I don't see that at all. I do see some green in the markets, which is good. But I just don't see any reason to buy at this stage here. My money is safe on the sidelines. This still has, it just told us nothing about going up yet. This could very well still fall and go through the support line of 19,000. Bitcoin could. Yeah, here we're breaking this downtrending line with no meaningful trading. Still, but then again, have a look at the volume that's coming in here. You can see a little bit of volume coming in there, which is good. So there is a bit of accumulation happening, but anyway, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm not in any rush to be getting into the markets at this stage here, and not until Bitcoin breaks its red line above or the big green line below, and solid closing. Something like if we were to see something like this, and that candle there closed right below it. Direct up, uptrending line, close below, short sell. Here the same again. If we get a similar scenario to this here, I wonder where we can put that trend line just to make it look like it's, makes sense to everybody. Doesn't really make all that much sense to me at this stage. So it'll be somewhere around here anyway. Either there or there. If we had, it doesn't matter which one you put, but if we have a solid closing below, so say this one here, for example, if we close below, down here, I'd be considering it's short, decisions made. And it was the same up here when this decision was made here. You sure I said it on the same one here when it did it. Like that's confirmation of a downtrend. It still looks like there's further selling to happen, and depending on what this does, let's just wait and see. Right, traders, I hope you have a good day. If you have any questions with the charts, let me know. But here you just need to sit back and wait and be patient. That's what I'm seeing anyway. This is 1, 2. This is our third one. We might get a third pop up to this resistance, but straight away, what are we up to? Resistance. Right, traders. Talk to you again soon. See you.